Hi. I get into these trance states by listening to a meditation that was provided specifically for me through a coach of mine who is also a trance teacher. And so I recorded it and I've been using it daily. If you're enjoying these, please let me know. Please share them. Please subscribe. Let's get the light out. Let's get the energy out. Let's get the love out. Let's just be here together. Welcome. I'm going to explain how I'm feeling, which is, I feel like it's here. Like I just want to cry. Again, remember, not in a bad way, in a good way. Of gratitude. That word theme of gratitude seems to be oversimplified. It's easier said than done. They say, look around you and be grateful for everything. And you look around you and you're like, well, yeah, I'm grateful. But where's the feeling? How do you activate that feeling of gratitude? Because you can think that you're grateful, which I'm sure that you are. I bet that you are. But until you access the feeling of gratitude, you may not receive what it is that you are after. Because they say, you've probably heard this, that gratitude is the bridge to manifestation. One of the bridges. One of the bridges to manifestation. And indeed, that is true, because what is happening is as you are experiencing gratitude, your energy is heightening, your vibration. It goes from to it doesn't mean you're always like smiles and rainbows and everything's fantastic and happy and glorious. It's not always like that, right? Because there are moments of despair as well, and we can still feel that gratitude. But in order to invoke this gratitude, genuine gratitude, you must get into a state of welcoming the gratitude. It's easy to just think about it real fast. Gratitude. I want what I want. So let me build that gratitude and let me feel good. Right? But it's more about getting into the state of flow of that energy to start building, that gratitude to start building, the energy to start building. So getting into the state of flow, you will then naturally feel gratitude, happiness, welcoming the good feelings of the universe, okay? You might not even recognize that you are experiencing a form of gratitude. You must take the step of getting into the form of flow, the form of flow. So what does this look like for you, my dears? It depends. It depends on what your craft is, what you enjoy doing, what you want to utilize, how you want to be perceived, how you want to present yourself, what project you're working on. But you must find a way to get into the state of flow, right? We call it the flow state. You can call it something else. Aligning with your purpose and your craft. And so what you do is you trust. You trust. So that's the first aspect, right? So I think essentially what we're talking about is manifesting, creating a life that you want to create. So they say start off with gratitude. They say you invoke the gratitude. Well, how do you invoke the gratitude? How do you invoke the feeling of gratitude? You must get into the state of flow of what it is that you want to create. And so, for example, as I'm sitting here, this has been a long journey to get to here right now. I think this happened maybe 14 years ago when I first became a Reiki practitioner. Okay. Okay. So in order to get into that Reiki practitioner status, I was at a bookstore because I love being at bookstores. So where do you love being? Okay. And then I was drawn intuitively to a magazine that said Reiki on it. I had no clue what Reiki was. It was actually more the beginning state, the beginning of the transference of Reiki into our world. So it was brand new. But I allowed myself to be in a place to then receive the guidance. So I put myself in a place or a space or an environment that I enjoyed being in. You see, the environment of where you are is so essential for creating the life that you want. It is very, very challenging to create a life that you want when you're in a place, either physically or mentally, but mostly physically is what we're referring to now. It's very hard to create a life when you're in a place that's dark, dense, filled with stuff that's dragging you down, whether that's physical stuff or a relationship or a boss that's rude to you. Now, at this point, you just have to recognize, how can I shift my space? Okay, so you might not be able to pack up and move. You might not be able to build the she shed in the backyard that you want. You might not be able to elevate yourself to the 31st floor of the building downtown that you want to be on. That might not happen overnight, is what the message is here. Okay, maybe it actually might. Okay, because it's a possibility, and possibilities can be created. Ooh. So find yourself in an element. Okay, in an element, in a space where you feel inspired, where you just feel inspired. Okay. Now, again, this could be going to a bookstore where you then feel good. You're like, I like it. I love this. I'm getting ideas. I'm in alignment. I don't know what this is all about, but it feels good. I'm enjoying it. Okay. And it's funny because I keep thinking of like a golf course. I'm not a golfer, but for some reason, Spirit's wanting me to put that out there. So perhaps you're listening and you're like, maybe that's an idea for you. Maybe, maybe not. But that's just another example of putting your place. Now, would I consider going to a bar? Not really. There's a lot of mixed energies, a lot of dense energies, a lot of cruddy energies. Not to say there's anything wrong with bars. I actually worked at one for nearly 10 years. But in order to receive this divine sort of inspiration to get you to the gratitude, to get you to the manifestation, to create the life that you are wanting, find a place that inspires you. with pureness. Okay, so I'm not talking about intentions necessarily, but in a place that feels inspirational. So this could be traveling somewhere. You could be with someone else when you travel. You can go by yourself. You can visit museums, art museums, castles. You could go to a place where they sell cars. You want a new car? Get inspired by going there. Okay, so get into the flow of where and how you want to create. Okay. So that's going to start invoking these natural feelings of gratitude, okay? So gratitude can be seen as different words such as feeling good, feeling inspired, feeling abundant, allowing for more opportunities to come to you. Allowing for more opportunities to come to you. If you stay on a path that is the same path every single day. Now, this is for those that are wanting to change things, right? If you're happy on that path, then that's a different story. But if you're on a path that's the same thing every single day and you're feeling discontent, you must veer off the path a little bit, okay? Essentially, it's still your path. You're still on your path, okay? But you've got to change it up, okay? So you have to create the opportunities for yourself. If you're in the same relationship, okay, that is dragging you down, that is not fulfilling, that's been a long time coming, that feels uninspiring, and you know in your heart what that is, you must change something. Okay, so even if it's just getting out of the damn thing, letting it go, recycling the energy, perhaps bringing in someone else that can open the doors for you. Okay, so allowing yourself to be in a place, a space, an environment, ideally a physical place, right? So again, we can refer to mental, the imagination, right? Because there's a lot of manifestation happening in the mind as well. But when you physically put your body, the body, into another physical location, you're then blending with energies that you want to create. Okay, so it's very, very essential in manifesting this ideal reality for yourself, what it is that you would like to take on. And that's the message for today. So begin to think about how you can change some things up. What place can you go to? What environment can you explore? Maybe it's a place you already know you enjoy. Maybe it's a new place. Maybe it's getting into a vehicle and just driving somewhere. You don't know where the hell you're going, but you're driving somewhere. Maybe it's just getting the energy moving, and then you'll find the place. Then you'll find the inspiration. Maybe it's going back to an old place just to let go of hurt, to finally forgive, to let go of that stagnant energy that's been in your heart. You go there not to punish yourself, but to release what's heavy in your heart, and you let it go. Okay. Now, something that we talked about before was to send any energy that you no longer need or want or feel is best for you. Send it to the light. Okay. Send it to the light. The light can transmute any energy that you no longer need or want or can't have anymore because you know that it's just not right for you anymore. And do not worry if you think you send something to the light and then you think, oh my God, I want it back. I want it. Don't worry, because the light is like a holding place, right? It can give it back to you. either in the same form or a different form, okay? So don't feel like the message here is don't feel like you're going to make a mistake, because you can't really make mistakes. You've probably heard this before, but it's all learning, right? So are you aligned or misaligned with your soul's purpose, with your mission, with your life's career, with your sacred contract? You can call it whatever you'd like, your path. You're already on it because you're here as a human being. But as humans, we naturally seek. We're seekers, okay? So we're wondering, we're curious, what the hell is all of this? And why do I feel this? And why am I pissed and angry? So there's lots of energies happening at once, which we discussed before as well. So you want to go back and listen and watch that as well, and take notes. Take notes. And reach out to me as well to connect, to work with me, to learn more about your path. Now, when we connect, when you work with me, I will be in a different state of energy. I am channeling a different kind of source of energy now than if we were talking one-on-one. You can watch videos of how I work in those other formats. So there you have it for today. Day 5 of trance channeling. For I still haven't decided the title yet at this point. I'm sure when you're watching this, there will be a title, right? And speaking of titles, gosh, I could go on and on. But think about the archetypes, right? What kind of role do you want to take on, right? But essentially, you can do anything that you want. You can do anything that you want. But at the end of the day, you must be kind, right? Just be kind to yourself. That's another format of manifesting, as well as the more kindness that you have for yourself, the more that you will bring about what it is that you are seeking, okay? You have to be kind. I know it's really, really hard. It's really easy to be tough on ourselves. So, but it's hard on our souls, right? So recognize when you're feeling something that you don't want to feel necessarily, and acknowledge it. Don't push it away. Don't ignore it, okay? Because ignoring it's just going to make it worse, right? Feel it, invite it, experience it, okay? And then just say, I hear you, I see you, I know you're sad, whether you're bawling your eyes out or you're so angry, like you just want to squeeze something. They're just tight as you can. All different kinds of emotions. This is the human experience, okay? So remember this, my dears. Okay? So until tomorrow, right? Until the next time you watch the next video, please reach out, please comment. How does this help you? How has this helped you? What stood out to you? What did you love about this? Coming back, it's me. It's always been me, but I'm coming back. Hi. I get into these trance states by listening to a meditation that was provided specifically for me through a coach of mine who is also a trance teacher. And so I recorded it and I've been using it daily. Okay, so the more this is coming from me now. Okay, so this is a different type of source of information. So if you work with me one-on-one, this is kind of how it's going to go, right? It'll be more like, you know, I'm here with you, but I'd still go into a trance state, but it's a little different. I don't really know why I'm even mentioning this, but if you're enjoying these, please let me know. Please share them. Please subscribe. Let's get the light out. Let's get the energy out. Let's get the love out. Let's just be here together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am truly grateful. Alrighty. Until next time. And so it is.